Hello there and welcome to the first semi-final of the day. This is Alvadi and 101st Airborne's big tournament. They got $3,000 from a sponsor in Korea and it's the International Classic. We got Major Kusanagi as the Soviets in the south. We have the mighty Kimbo, the number 2 seed in the tournament, as Grand Offensive Doctrine in the north. I've got a great new co-caster. It's Vector with me today. Hi Vector.
Hello. Hey. Nice to meet you. Nice to actually be casting with you today.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be hype. You've been making a lot of good maps recently. You've been playing the game. You played in that Hands tournament. You got to the final, didn't you?
Semi-final. I came third. I ended up in the well, I suppose the 3v3. So third place, fourth place playoff is final.
Yes, I was going to say you won the real final, the third place playoff.
The proper final. It means I can play in the next one.
And the map you made for my competition this year, what was that? Tell the fans.
That was Bryansk Forest, aka Famadville 2, aka the farm one.
Yes, the one that didn't fit the criteria. Anyway, we've got Combat Engineers versus Stern Pioneers in the south. Kimbo's going guns blazing for them. Kusanagi. I'm going to keep CK Kusanagi. It sounds like a Japanese wrestler. I don't know how to say his name properly. Combat Engineers double up on him. But this guy, by the way, if you've not seen Major before, he's been a big 2v2 player for many years. And this is his first tournament, and he's in a semi-final. Not bad going, eh, Vector?
Yeah. I've never actually seen this name before. So it came out of nowhere by the looks of it.
Yeah, Major K. K-Pen says call him Major K. That's not a bad idea. We could do that. We have our third Panzerfusilier on the way. What do we know about these guys, Vets? I mean, have you played much with them? I
don't tend to play Panzerfusilier very often. I usually play Volksgrenadiers. I don't know. It just seems like I feel like they might scale better than Volksgrenadiers if you play them properly. The G43s are really good at long range. Not sure whether or not they'd be that great at close range, though.
Orange Pest in chat. He's going to be facing against the world champion Isilda after this semi-final, in his own semi-final. He confirms that Major Kusanagi is a weeb. He likes anime, so, depending on where you stand in life, Panzerfusilier very low in the north. You may now like him or hate him. Regardless, Panzerfusilier is pushed away there. We've got a Stern Pioneer pushed away in the south. That's a lot of manpower attrition, to be honest.
So, that's 8 models lost already. Really, it seems like only 3 models lost on the conscripts right now, which is pretty big difference in manpower. Got the conscripts flamethrower engineer combination, the sick merge brewer going on in the south.
Yeah,
flaming away the Panzerfusiliers.
If you're wondering why on YouTube comments why Ed 80Hz isn't here today, unfortunately the poor fella has COVID, so we're all praying that he comes through this. Even if we're atheists, we're just praying to Lord Vader that he is able to rise above and come back fighting stronger. Panzer Fusiliers, they get some upgrades soon, don't they? Do you reckon we're going to see the recon package? It's pretty powerful, isn't it?
Recon package? That was the is that with the flares?
G43s it's got,
the
yeah.
G43s. And he gets the extra soldier. Yeah, probably. I'd say they definitely get the recon package over the Panzerschrecks.
Maybe one with Panzerschrecks though.
Maybe.
I mean, the Soviets had a really strong start. Look at the map control for Major K right now. Looking strong.
Taking both fuels. Against OKW as well.
Ooh, low health conscripts here. They're forced away, but that's a good force away. Gets away with good health. Does he have healing up in base? Yes, they're ready and waiting. All 3 nurses of the Rodina.
Actually got a commander pick for the Soviets as well. Guard motor coordination.
I believe classic GMCT. Very strong.
Probably see guards at some point.
Tell the YouTube. Yeah, we will see guards. Sorry to interrupt, but tell the YouTube viewers, by the way, the map situation and how it evolved with what they've chosen in the series.
Situation. Oh yes. So and the veto stage. So there's 8 maps that you can select from. You alternate vetoes. And then the maps were vetoed in such a way that the 2 maps selected were Crossroads, the map you're seeing currently, and Crossroads 5 VP's version.
we have 4 games on Crossroads. I think White Flash Reborn has bribed the conscripts very low there. Stern Pioneers following up. Could get the kill. They need to get round this bush and get some shots off. There's that. Oh, they get it. Yeah, well pointed out. The red cover certainly helped out there. But yes, we've got 4 games in a row on Crossroads variants thanks to the players' vetoes. And the 5th map, if we get there, will be on Nexus. So a full house for White Flash Reborn maps might also detonate. So Kimbo, despite his early manpower woes, is straight back into things there with a nice squad wipe and a mine detonation.
You see double flamethrower now, actually. See, losing the conscript, I suppose. You want to make sure, you want to really get a bit more presence on the field. So the flamethrower, that extra damage might make up for the lost conscript, hopefully.
Yeah, I always think that whilst playing, to be honest, an extra flamethrower. He's going to run into more mines now, of course. Stern Pioneers are continuing there, I don't know why.
Now that Kimbo's seen the double flamethrowers,
yeah,
he might try and plant even more mines than he normally would.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah, absolutely. Conscript's getting forced away. We do have guards coming out, so there's DP light machine guns are upgradable. He's got the munitions. That's that early map control, by the way. He had so much standard territory point control early on with those +3s coming in. +5, sorry, for munitions. He's just had, he's swimming in it. So he's been able to get 2 flamethrowers and the DPs.
See, we get the MG out. Battle group headquarters upgraded in base already. No medics yet, though.
No, it's a clear sign of his direction there. Of course, from that, he could get the flak half-track.
Could be a decent choice. Guards... flak half-tracks are definitely not too mobile, so maybe guards not as much of an issue as maybe a 2-2-1 would have an issue with guards.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it doesn't. The guards, obviously, anything that can be suppressed is never good against a flak half track because they can't fire upon it as easily. You have to get the flank off, and he's only got 2 conscripts as well, so the possibility of getting the anti-tank grenade is not as easy. So you'd be definitely expecting a Zisk gun or 2.
We do see he's building tier 3 currently. We could be looking to just skip the Zisk gun.
He could be getting a squad wipe here in the west. He went for a fantastic tactic there. Panzer Fusilier got the block off. Stern Pioneers had a free fire shooting.
Oh, that's a really low health conscript there.
Base MG to the rescue. They suppressed them in the nick of time. There would have been one more salvo to come off there, I'm sure of it. G43s could have gotten the kill. Flak half track sets up. And he's on it.
What's the engineers? Not many... I can't see any mines now after the first mine detonation.
No.
Oh no, there's some in the south. I see a couple mines near the VP.
Oh yes, I see them.
Not many up top though.
There's a flare as well. So T-70's out next as expected. Kimbo's he's just spent some more munitions, yes, on the G43s. So he's going to have a heavy anti-infantry presence. So this T-70 should have a pretty decent time at the moment. Obviously, he's going to have to be careful about mines, though, of course.
Yes, having no minesweeper. Which I think is it's really a big issue in a lot of these games, because people will just plant mines constantly. If they have, especially if they're on it with their micro, any spare micro they have will be spent planting mines.
And here we go. Look at that anti-infantry presence there. Combat engineers forced away these squads soon. They're the next target. Flak's manoeuvring into the centre. T-70's out now though, so we're going to have to see what he does with that. Maybe he can hold this line.
Could well do. T-70 technically nerfed.
Yes, yeah. It's definitely nerfed. It's just the players play so cautiously with it now that it tends to do much better overall. It's weird. Ooh, nice shot through the bush, but he returns fire with a bush Faust.
Weird anti-tank grenade there. No models seem to be throwing that.
Oh really? Yeah, yeah.
Seems as they were all looking away, but apparently they were shooting that grenade.
Better late than never with the Zisk gun that's coming out. What were you going to say, Vector?
Even though Kimbo is mostly in base, he's still holding basically half of the map right
Yeah, I think that's the extra conscript having died, you know, and he's currently been really cautious as well. He doesn't want to tango too much. Got Rakettenwerfer's going to answer the T-70. Nearly hits the mine, actually.
Ooh, I want to reverse over that mine. That's risky.
The vanilla Panzer Fusiliers are going to get pushed away quite easily here. Right, here we go.
No, I'd love it if we saw a demo at some point in this game.
Yeah, it's always possible.
Take a demo on that house. The house hasn't really taken any damage, so it could be a decent idea.
There we go, the Rakettenwerfer finds the T-70, meaning that the flak half-track pushes in. Conscripts are forced away, combat engineers are marooned. Oh no, they're not! They get an awesome burst of damage off on the Panzer Fusiliers, but they're now suppressed, and they survive. Mine detonates, stops the other Panzer Fusilier squad getting into place. So having Major doing that famous 3VP crossroads tactic, now he's going to be Soviet, so he's going to go to the bottom right quadrant of the map, and he's going to try and hold it. And Kimbo's going to try and stop him every step of the way. Second guard squad on the field. That's a heavy manpower investment, but it's going to be an awesome DP output from him.
Kimbo, not seeing the next tank building yet. No Schwer Panzer headquarters yet. Probably going to stick it on the cutoff, likely.
I think he's trying to try and get the Tiger, isn't he, most likely? If he's not, like, pushing himself to get the Schwer up ASAP, I don't know. Well, he wouldn't have enough fuel for the Panzer IV anyway yet, so let's wait and see. Most OKW players, of course, elect for the Panzer IV.
I mean, I could just have not played enough to know what the strats are here, but...
You've watched enough, certainly,
I've watched enough. But OKW is my lowest rank.
Kimbo, by the way, if he's going OKW, maybe not just for style today, but because the players have to play every faction. It's a faction rotation best of 5, basically. Only in the 5th game do you have your factions unlocked again. So that's pretty cool.
See the Zisgun out. Zisgun's going over to deal with the black half-track.
Yeah, it gets a good shot in. It's also got a bush shot lined up. T-70 gets one too. Smoke bombs, yes. Oh, but T-70 a bigger yes.
Big loss there. Losing the flak half-track. That's half your suppression gone. Only got the 1 MG now. So dealing with the... Actually now the quite a large number of infantry squads for Major Kusanagi.
Yeah, he's followed up. We've just had a guard hit a mine there. Got T7, sorry, the Zisgun doing double duty with a volley on the Rakettenwerfer, so that means the T70 can push up now and try and unroot these Panzer Fusiliers. It's a very evenly poised game. Kimbo has lost way more victory points though. Major K's only lost 5.
Panzer Fusilier on retreat with the flamethrower engineers on the red cover.
Yeah, and T70 lucky to survive as well. Here comes the Schwerpanzer Schlepper. He's been spotted though.
Didn't go for the Panzer Fusilier white. Why didn't you go for the Rakettenwerfer?
I don't think he fancied it. I think he just calculated he wasn't going to get the DPS, or just gambled he wasn't, I guess, or something like that. We do have the 120mm nuke cannon out, which
my
is
favourite.
Is it really?
I do like using it to annoy people.
It's got a very big... Do you know what annoys me the most? The sound profile of it.
Yeah.
It's just cataclysmic every time.
Especially the delayed fuse where the whistling continues when it hits the ground.
Oh, does it? Oh my god.
Yeah. So if you ever hear that, just continuous whistle, it's just the delayed fuse round. I still don't understand why that happens.
God, conscripts versus fusees over here. It'd be interesting to see the KD at this point, actually. And wow, there you go. DP light machine guns are trumping G43s today.
Seems, wow, massive DP from those DPs.
Yeah.
It's in the name, obviously. Molotov's thrown. Low health conscripts though really can't afford to stay in that engagement. Oh, ran over the red cover. Oh,
I know, it's gnarly, isn't it? It really is. Guards are prone right now, getting some good shots in. Stun grenades allows the Panzer Fusiliers to push in. They're stunned as they run away. 120 mils got some really good damage off already, forcing the MG. And you can just feel the pressure exerted on Kimbo now. He's backing away from the central victory point. His line's considerably further back. And it's the 120 mil mortar that's forcing him to move.
Fair Panzer headquarters up. No Panzer authorization quite yet.
Oh, and there's the other reason he's going moving. He wants to defend the Panzer, yeah, the Panzer authorization. Oh, we've lost a fusee somewhere, little Chingy in chat notices. Did you even see where that died? It seems to be here-ish. In the centre?
In centre-ish?
Yeah, it was definitely off the main course of battle there. Because we're, of course, observing on two different clients here, and Vector didn't see it either.
He's rebuilding it, though. It must have been recent. Surely. If he's rebuilding it now.
Oh, Orange Pest says minutes ago. Neither of us saw it anyway.
At least it's not a sniper dying.
Oh no, you miss them every time. But either way,
yeah.
T-70 backs away. We've got the Schwerpanzer heads. Ah, I'm misjudging the speed of Twitch chat. My bad. Okay, fair enough. It happened a while ago. Well, double vetted combat engineers, that's going to be really helpful. If he gets, starts getting his tanks out, mainly the T-34-85s, they'll spend very little time on the battlefield. Consider also he's also vehicle crew repairs. Basically, tanks will be off on the field as quickly as they are off it. Quite frankly,
double Raketten is really, really hard to deal with. Even though you have a mortar, he's spreading them out quite well. I mean, on both fronts, making it difficult to get both of them.
Look at that damage from the 120 mil. It's just immediate retreat.
Awful. You just feel every shot.
Yeah, just like Quinn Duffy intended when KO2 was made. Here we go. The T-34-85 is on its way. Much lauded. It's going to have a decent time out there. Kimbo, he has 2 trucks, and his fuel, it's decent. Where would you go from here, though? Because, of course, the Panzer IV J variant is a good foil for the 85mm, but it's
pretty even.
Yeah, it's even, but all he's doing is staying with Major K. Yeah, exactly. It's not actually going to have much shock value.
How far is... Well, he's about 120 off the fuel off the Tiger. And he's got the command points to do it.
People in chat talking about
Go ahead.
People in chat talking about what they had for breakfast. Silda had scrambled egg on toast for breakfast. He's going to need it because, of course, he's against Orange Pest after this series, or half an hour after, to be precise. Guards lining up against the Panzer Fusiliers as they advance here. The Ziskun's a little bit out in the open. Rakettenwerfer pushes forward, and he is the 85's first arrival. 2 kills on its first shot.
When you get these Rakettenwerfers to get in position, one of them's being retreated off. T-34 might have a more influential start than I thought.
Yeah, that was not bad, was it? 3 kills there. Very influential. I'm going to follow him on Instagram and on TikTok, this T-34-85. It's influencing me right now.
Oh. So we've got a rifle nade on it, though, so it'll be immediately off.
What a long-range Faust. Zis gets a shot off on the Schwerpanzer Schlepper.
Just a probing shot, I'd imagine. I imagine he didn't think he could really do too much with there.
No, but it's a statement of intent, isn't it? Right,
just to let him know, this is my territory.
Well, it could soon be. We do have the Panzer IVs on its way, but I really feel Kimbo's slightly behind here.
Oh, now that he's seen where the Schwer is, that's the job of the 120mm now, I suppose.
Oh yes, there it is. Let's keep an eye on that health meter. It's already down to half. Did I say half? Yeah, I did mean half actually.
If this, I don't think it will. No, it's not going to go down before the Panzer IV comes out.
It certainly isn't. It's going to bloody be close at this rate.
You really, I think that might be the death nail if that goes down before the Panzer IV comes out.
Yep. No, the Panzer IV's going to be on the field, surely.
Yeah, it's there. It's a lot of damage though.
That's a lot of fuel to lose. That's still 120 in total, I believe, isn't it? They just like changed how it happened. I think it's 90 for the Panzer authorization, 30 for truck deployment or something like that. We're having some misses from the Ziskel. Maybe the Panzer IV can save the day here. With a mass retreat from the supporting units, it's very unlikely.
Very, very dead looking.
Oh, he's going for a mad crush there on the conscripts. He gets it.
Looks like
More targeting on the Panzer IV though. There's the Panzer headquarters down.
squad wipe.
Yeah, he gets it. The conscripts on retreat.
This gun didn't actually seemed like he had line of sight on the Panzer IV there.
Orange Pest in chat with a frank assessment of the Panzer Fusiliers' performance in this game. He says they're not very good, in very difficult to repeat words. Rakettenwerfer down. T-3485 up to 11 kills already, Vector.
PP dropped. Ooh, want to get that with the guards. Do not want to let the OKW pick up that DP.
And the number 2 seed could be going one game down to a relative unknown here. Relatively. Like Einstein.
Fair Panzer headquarters actually went down in all of this.
Yes, it did, it did. Managed to catch it.
That was my bad. Katyusha though.
That's alright if you miss it, but if I miss it, then it's a problem.
Well, I'm not the cameraman.
Yes, now we're thinking in portals, indeed. Katyusha is indeed the next unit out. Oh, we got a very combat engineer now. Got a light machine gun and a flamethrower. Cool. Can't wait for that patch to arrive. Have you seen all the new infantry models? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the infantry models, yes. Yeah, I did. They look awesome, yeah. Let's have some new content
coming out now.
For a while.
Yeah, it feels like new content, doesn't it? You're right. Ooh, Panzer Fusiliers looking low. Oh, there's an entire house down. Guards dropped. Oh, what a big shot from the Panzer IV. Its kills just rocketed as the building crumbled around that guard squad. Oof, indeed, says Nathan chat. Katyusha's going to want to get a measure of vengeance here.
Panzer IV pushing in, fast as this gun, T-34's half health.
Kettenwerfer could be taken out here. Second salvo, perhaps? No, he's gotten past it. Oh, Katyusha had to back off after the first salvo, of course. Panzer IV was marauding. That was a bad mistake for Major K. He was doing well up to that point.
He looked in a pretty indomitable position.
HMS indomitable indeed.
Kimbo seems to be showing his stripes now.
Panzer IV indeed, 14 kills. It's going to earn many stripes in this battle if it carries on that way. Another 85mm on its way. So this game is poised for a good ending. Because, well, it might not be ending, but what I'm saying is Kimbo's got a low victory point count. So either Major K rallies and manages to push him back off the field and finish this off, or we're in for a
holdout.
Yeah, indeed.
Every T-70. Risk here. Do not want to lose the T-70 with that, especially a Vet 3 with that increased vision.
Guards in peril here, I tell you. They need to be careful. This Panzer IV's got them in its sights. Oh, but the Zis also has the Panzer IV. T-70 gets a cheeky blink away.
Every time I see the Panzer IV shoot at the squad, I'm just waiting for that one shot where it wipes the whole thing.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same. Exactly. Deceptive squad wipe machine. Oh, T-34 eats a shot from the now Vet 3 Rakettenwerfer, but here's the second 85. Major K could do a big push in here. He's drawing the Panzer Fusiliers in. Is the Katyusha ready? Yes, it is. Here it comes. We've got a lot of support weapons lined up. The new T-85 mill's getting rallied on by the Rakettenwerfer though, what Rakettenwerfer? That's now dead. Can it get away? There's a mine waiting. Got a damaged engine on the Panzer IV. Yes, it's down. Meanwhile, we've just had a Faustin on the Katusha. The T-70 and 85 are primed to get in the battle here. They need to do it very soon. Fusees go down. Oh, this is really becoming extraordinary.
The Katusha went down to the Panzer Fusilier's regular grenade.
What?
Yeah. They managed to drop in a regular grenade on that Katusha.
What heroes? What
Unbelievable.
absolute heroes. What a call by Vector there to notice that one. Regular grenade takes down the Katusha. Conscript's going to be very lucky to survive. Nope, they're going to die. Negative cover kicks in. G43s. Oh, here come the combat engineers to save the day, though.
The conscripts did actually survive that, despite all odds. Mark target on the Panzer IV wasn't enough, though. Still alive after all of that.
I have to say, I think Major K kind of misplayed a little bit there. He let the Panzer IV slip away from the engagement, and he obviously lost the Katusha. So, yeah, he didn't really come out of it in terms of overall... Well, the Rakettenwerfer's going to help, let's not lie, but... Would have been so much better for him if he'd taken out that Panzer IV.
Then look at the army sizes.
That's true. Yeah,
We're very low on the army. And another T-34-85 is just going to come out and replace the one that went down.
Ah, yes. It's a 12-point map at the end of the day. 12 standard territory points. So you think it's a big loss not to have taken out the Panzer IV and lost the T-34, but nope. Just build a new one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to be seeing this on 5 VPs later, so...
I think we're still on the upset train then. I'm back on board. Look at this repair time now. Vet 3 combat engineer. And crew repairs. So blow torches from inside and out.
Always good to repair internal damage.
Yeah, we're all trying to do a bit of that.
Kimbo still hasn't... he's still got the reinforced order on his engineers, his stern pioneers.
I don't know how this guy's using his blowtorch though, Vector. I don't know how it's working.
It's,
One on the T-70. I don't know how that works.
T-70, okay. I didn't even see the repair icon.
And we've got what the hell was that?
34-85's lining up on the flank.
Oh, they are. They're ready. Major K's drawing him in here. I tell you.
Trying to bait with the T-70 maybe. Might fall for it. He's got two AT guns on the back line. First shot in.
Oh, the T-70 just ate a monstrous Raketen volley, but here comes the flank from the T-34-85. Can it do the damage? No, Panzer IV gets away. Zisk gets a huge shot from afar, however.
I feel like Major Kusanagi could have pushed there. There's so little that Kimbo has here. He's only got two. He's only got the Rakettenwerfer and 2 squads. I feel like that was a missed opportunity there to finish the game off.
Yeah, and the Tiger's coming. Don't forget, could be an epic Tiger hold.
Is Kimbo alive? The less chance he's going to have in the long run.
Double house down, so epic game confirmed. 35 on the hunt here. Oh, gets a good shot. Can he finish him with the machine guns? He's reloading the main cannon. Oh, can't get the job done.
We don't want to get snared.
Sander from Balance Team in chat says he needs to rebuild the tier 4 first for the Tiger. What a valid point.
Oh, right, so he does. It's unfortunate. That's going to take him quite a while to get that back up.
Meanwhile, we've got a triple cap coming in. This is definitely looking like Major K's game.
Certainly
Pushes forward with the Vet 2. He's drawing him in for the pull counter. Rakettenwerfer's forced away. We've got Mark target and we've got Button in as well. 85 goes in, but they cannot penetrate. What is this Panzer IV made of?
Can't say it's made of stellinium, unfortunately, so...
It's made of an alloy constructed of the Führer's mustache, perhaps. Don't know. Could be. We've got a triple cap We've got 91 victory points remaining. Roughly 3 ticks for every 3 seconds. That's 1 tick per second. You're doing a maths degree, aren't you, Vector?
Yes.
Earlier, I asked Vector. You're in your 4th year and you're working on your paper. I've asked him to find a new number.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
7.32. We'll go with that.
We have to have a name. So if in chat we can name the new number, that'd be fantastic.
Wrong answers only.
So Kimbo's out of this game. We're thinking about game 2 already. He's definitely going to get this western victory point, but it's all about the centre. Sandbags are building. We're going to have Katusha volley coming in. The T-34-85's definitely lined up, ready and waiting. Oh, that's nice on retreat. Rakettenwerfer could be coming back into German hands. What a nade!
See that? Yeah, absolutely. Are you taken by the hands of Fusiliers?
Psycho Rush says 11-0 naught. 11-0 naught. I like it. It's got a ring to it. Here we go, Kimbo with 11-0 naught victory points remaining. God stands strong. Panzer IV gets a shot from the side. T-34-85 Answer got Rakettenwerfers lined up against the other T-34. With these repair times, they're already back to full health. Kimbo's pushed it in. Yes, he's got his Panzer Fusiliers dying for the Reich. Mark target called down though.
He's actually going on a mad flank here.
Oh, it is. What a good shout. Yeah, he's going to get the Stern Pioneers on retreat most likely. There it is. One more shot required, and it's dead. Kimbo goes down fighting, but it is only that T-34 goes down to the Panzer IV. What a volley from the Katusha. Got 34 victory points remaining, but Kimbo's poised to tap out. Or his manager will have to throw in the towel for him. His manager's bought in PL, by the way, if you didn't know.
Absolutely. I miss that. I mean, I see the trend is I miss all the players that don't play anymore.
Well, they're the ones from when you first started watching, most likely. They're the ones you're going to miss. We're going to have generations in the future that I'll be mentioning. Major K, where were you on the 21st of August when Major K beat Kimbo in the first game of their best of 5? Well, it's not over quite yet, though. Definitely will be soon.
So far, very, very poor army size right now.
Very anemic. Looking like a 16th century Spanish prince. Just inbred anemic. And with an arm for a leg.
Panzer IV seems to be penetrating all the time. Where is his luck in this game?
Every shot is penetrating. Why?
It's rear armor.
Indeed. Sacred tomes. As companies are in the capping circle, they make sure of it, they get it. MG34 hurtles forward. Kimbo's a slow starter though, he's famous for somewhat underplaying at times at the start of the series. But Major K is looking like a powerhouse, so yeah, 18 victory points will tick down to 0, and it's going to go 1-0 into Russian hands. In this Russian versus Polish confrontation.
All that remains is for Kimbo to throw everything.
There's not much that remains, though, to be fair. There's just remains splattered everywhere. Oh, he stays in the circle. He's still alive, goddammit. As long as he's got a pulse, he tags in for his brother. They continue the decap. He's got 11 victory points remaining. Oh, he can't, though. Somehow that doesn't count.
Not in the cap circle.
They certainly are, though. They're very dead now, though. They so look like they were in the circle. That's a good YouTube thumbnail if I ever saw one. Most esports casters would kind of probably focus on the fact that the game's over, but I'm just like, oh, that's good material, bro. Anyway, GG, well played to Major K there, as we see him go 1-0 up in this prestigious series. know.
I like that.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was very good.
Really, but it was a very strong show of force there from Kusanagi, coming
It
out of
was.
nowhere.
It really was, yeah. And he just played it solidly. He was aggressive in the right amounts and defensive at the right times. Also, his one thing I noticed when I played through his vision, I watched a few replays of his in preparation. He's very... he plays as you. He puts himself in your mindset. He plays on the edge of fog of war, and he's constantly listening for your actions. And it's in no way am I suggesting anything bad is going on there. What I'm saying, though, is he plays in the mindset that he's trying to react to what you're doing. And it's very high IQ play. It's very good, quite frankly. So yeah, I watched a lot of his replays. Well, 2 of them, which for me is a lot. And it was impressive. It was impressive, I have to say.
You see the match stats. There's quite a massive kill death ratio for Soviets.
Yeah. Let's have a look, shall we?
210 to 130.
Wow. That's huge. That just shows he outplayed him, quite frankly. There's no... Well, Panzer Fusilier is obviously underperformed, so it's a bad choice by Kimbo. But that's huge outplaying. Yeah, he should have gone for Volksgrenadiers in that case. If that's how Panzer Fusiliers do for him, that's not good. The best unit for...
against
Kusanagi.
conscripts.
Yeah. Against conscripts, indeed. To get that KD with conscripts is just unreal. There's the losses as well. Just such big losses. So I just pointed out my suit is out of place, so I made sure I fixed that.
Because I'm off center.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
So let's go get our Rams back. I'm going to go make a coffee, guys. And we'll be right back with Game 2. Major Kusanagi. Is it definitely Kusanagi? Because that sounds cool.
I mean, I can't see any other spelling.
Well, there's a Motoko Kusanagi, which is a main protagonist of Masamune Shiro's anime and manga series. But that's spelt like this. That's not the spelling we're looking for at all.
Well, he's Kusanagi, right, in the game.
But it's Kusei. It's not Kusa.
I thought was Kusanagi? I thought it was spelt that way originally. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding it.
Has he spelt it wrong this time, do you think?
Yeah, if you check in the brackets, that's what it's spelt like.
Oh, so maybe he spelt it wrong for himself. Yes, it's definitely a reference. It's Kusanagi. It's just he spelt it wrong this time. He put an extra E in. Who is he smurfing as? Oh no, he's just changed the spelling just to annoy me today. Excellent stuff. Makes perfect sense. Wow. So happy. All right, Major Kusanagi. Good. Easy. Thank you, Orange Pest. Your dweebery and weebery, no bounds. Let's we'll come back. Let's just analyse the brackets now, and then I'll go for a quick break, and we'll get into the second game. You can see that Major Kusanagi has beaten some illustrious players to get here today. Icinus Cruz, Asher Blah, yeah, Happy Cat, and he's on his way to beating Kimbo at the moment. So yeah, it's looking good for him. All right, dudes, catch you in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Well, that was unexpected. Kimbo is 1-0 down against Major Kusanagi, who's playing now in the north, and he's going to show him how it's done with Grand Defensive Doctrine. That's right, we've got 4 games on Crossroads today, and we've got now mirrored faction and commander choices. Vector, what do your eyes see before you?
See Kimbo in the south as the Soviets with partisan tactics
Ooh,
on the
okay.
roster even.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, we've seen him do that in tournaments before, actually. But no, they're just mirroring each other's commanders. It's almost as though it's like they're on like a little bit of a gentleman's agreement here.
Yeah, instantly picked guard motor. I suppose we're just going to see exactly the same game potentially. And we're seeing the same builds. Double engineer, triple conscript, I suppose, for Kimbo.
Yeah, could be good. And Vector, you were telling me just now that you actually had a foray into this tournament in round 1, to be precise. Why don't you let chat know what happened?
Yeah, so I signed up for this tournament. I know I'm not really expert level player. I just signed up because it's fun. And I played against Ashabla, who was actually Major Kusanagi took out Ashabla in the round after me. But when I played Ashabla, because I know I'm not going to beat him normally, I decided I would I decided I'd go for some interesting strategies, and I chose to go advanced emplacements in a 1v1, and worked about as well as you'd expect. So
did you actually build any emplacements?
I did. I built bow fours and I built some mortar pits.
That's quite good. You got that far.
I did. I got the upgrade on the bow fours as well.
Nice. An upgraded Bofors.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff, Jeffrey. Stone Pioneer's back away. And he's going for 3 Panzer Fusiliers as well, despite Kimbo's lack of performance. Maybe he's showing Kimbo how it's done.
Possibly. Maybe we see a show of confidence here.
Conscripts hunting down the Stern Pioneers.
Overconfidence, potentially.
Stern Pioneers eating a few too many shots there. They're all surrounded as well by the conscripts. Hopefully they're a retreat path to the right for Major K. Yes, it is. On the west side, we've got Panzer Fusiliers are taking the fuel cut-off. Conscripts come to stop it being connected.
On the flank. We're not really going to be able to do very much here, though. Sort of getting in the bush with the Panzer Fusiliers in a very romantic moment up in the north.
Yeah, the police are gonna pull up and shine some torches through the car window there. More Panzer. This is where he went wrong. He only built 3. You need 4 to be truly viable with Panzer Fusiliers.
Seemingly, again, the only way to beat the blob is to become the blob.
Blob hard. Alright, we're getting flamethrower led by conscripts, a tactic as old as Co itself. Oh, there's some big damage on the Panzer Fusiliers, and they're forced away. Meanwhile, we do have conscripts have taken this fuel cut-off, so no fuel for either player thus far.
Apart from the 6 standard territory sectors that they have all captured.
Oh, yes, of course. How could we forget?
How could we forget the perfectly balanced, as all things should be, crossroads?
4 Sturmgewehrs forced away the combat engineer. Meanwhile, Panzer Fusiliers are going to be decent, but the conscripts are behind cover. They've got backup coming as well with another flamethrower. It's a double flamethrower build for Kimbo. There's definitely some tomfoolery afoot. I can sense it. I just sense it.
Exactly the same build order. We're going to be seeing guards next. But the problem is, there's been so much more manpower attrition from actually, no, never mind. He's actually got loads of manpower in the bank. What am I on about?
Yeah, he's got a decent amount.
He's just not got the
command
CPs
points
to get them.
Yeah, indeed. He'll get one soon enough. In the east side, we've got conscripts waiting versus Panzer Fusiliers, forcing them off the fuel. So Kimbo's definitely having a good game for fuel control at this point in time. Mines getting planted immediately.
Was that a tripwire flare? That was a tripwire flare.
Oh, was it? Fair enough.
Interesting. Haven't seen anyone put tripwire flares on doors yet.
No, it doesn't get a squad wipe anymore, does it? It's rubbish.
Fix that.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
But I miss the days where you could just get random wipes like that.
Yeah, for barely any effort. Those were the days.
Oh,
In my day, you could kill squads all over the place. No effort required. Wonderful stuff.
I missed the day where the Panzerwerfer was tier 3.
It still claims to be.
Yeah, still say that medium armor and rocket artillery. So, you never know.
Nice.
It's like an off-menu item at McDonald's.
Yeah, secret thing you have to ask for, indeed, yeah. I'll have the filetto fisho mac as we get to see a sick merge, bro.
Continuing to do the sick merge.
Ooh, Stern Pioneer's looking very low there. Moslem again accuracy won't trail after them though.
They are getting flanked, both sides. Low, even though it's a reasonably low health Panzer Fusilier.
Easily dodged nade though. Keeping up the aggression. Merges into him once more. And it's been double fuel for Kimbo all this time. So that's going to be a very quick T70 at this rate.
Really holding him off the field here. Most squads in base. Panzer Fusilier is just getting completely pushed off.
7 kills now, and here come the gods. DP light machine guns in tow. I hate to say it, but Kimbo's... well, I don't hate to say it at all. Kimbo's a fantastic player. But he's playing this strat way better than Major K did thus far.
Are you sure you don't hate to say it? It does mean we're going to.
I like Kimbo. I like the idea of an upset victory. So my bias right now is this new player we've never heard of. Because as a tournament caster, I live and breathe new players coming onto the scene. We always need more of them.
Absolutely. But it does mean we have more games on Crossroads.
Yes. It'd be so bad now if Isolde and Orange Pest also choose Crossroads times 2, both variants.
No.
Don't give them any ideas, actually.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Mention the wall. Conscripts push in with the guards. Stern Pioneers get focus fired and forced away. Still double fuel for Kimbo. He's got to have one combat engineer in base, surely upgrading. Let's go for Molotovs next. It's literally
completely unable. There's a bit of a push on the right though, finally able to get rid of that one conscript holding him out.
Yeah, conscript underneath. It's like weed killing, isn't it? You really have to dig in deep sometimes to get rid of a conscript. Tanko Battalion Command finally building. There's so much fuel in the bag, you may as well go for a T-34 at this rate.
We do have a Lux coming out for the first time in a while. You actually very rarely see that. An 8-minute Lux. Oh, sorry, a 9-minute Lux because it takes a minute to build.
Yeah, it's a crazy build time, isn't it? I think it's 45 seconds or something. Just obscene. It's the World War II build time of a Panzer II Lux. It's got quality inspection time. It's got painting and everything.
It took that long in real life, actually.
Probably a lot longer. I think the Germans took 5 weeks to build a single tank, didn't they?
Probably. Something like that. No squad wipes yet in this game.
No. But I don't get this mirroring of each other's builds. It just feels like either it's an in-joke, like, oh, let's go for the same builds and see who does the best. I definitely think it's been a very competitive game. I'm not suggesting it's non-competitive by any stretch of the imagination. But, yeah, it's just weird, isn't it?
I think at this rate we're gonna have to have a hype intro for the Lux, the 20-ton behemoth.
Yes. I've missed its entrance though, but yeah, it's not been seen for a while. 90 or so of these were built during the Second World War, a late war reconnaissance version of a very early war tank. Automatically gets double naded and is forced away. Molotov thrown on the Stern Pioneers. They keep pushing forwards. They're recharging their 18 nades as we speak. 9 seconds left. Probably going to get away there.
little impact on for the looks immediately.
Yeah.
I've almost got somehow still kind of close to Vet 1.
Yeah, it got a lot of damage off, I think. It got 2 kills and a lot of damage, but not much else. Guards trailed the Panzerfusiliers, but they have no... Well, they did have a bit of munitions. Oh, now they could throw that grenade on retreat. Yep, there it is. And there they were. They're dead.
First squad wipe of the game. T70 is the choice.
Bit late.
Still kind of.
Yeah.
I think you should just go straight for the T34 at this point. You've got the stuff to deal with the looks. You've got the guards.
Yeah.
Just rushing tier 3 would have been a better choice. Tier 4 even.
These Panzerfusilier, we have one upgraded Panzerfusilier, but he's had that little territorial control. He's had to use his munitions as well on a lot of abilities. He's just not had the chance. It's so expensive.
Standing by. Send orders. Return fire! Return fire!
Kimbo's trying to wrestle out of this predicament. He's been tied. Sorry, Major Kusanagi is rather. Kimbo's tied him up in knots here. Panzerfusilier is retreat past, sway the Prussians. Rounds 2 eats another PTRS volley.
5 health right now. Reaches Vet 1. Still need a cautious movement though. Doesn't really get any offensive bonuses at Vet 1.
No. Cautious movement, one of the least used abilities in the game, probably. I think, see, in 2v2, people use them on Jagdpanzers, but don't see the point in using them.
Alright. Yeah, on the looks, I'm not so sure.
Indeed. Puma's the next play from Major K.
Ooh, are we talking 2017?
Ah. Had a tour of Bovington Tank Museum once, and I was the only person on the tour that was excited to see a Puma. And the guy leading the tour said, "But it's an armoured car." It's like, I know! It's for a company of heroes!
Standard light tank. Panic Puma.
And he was like, "Is that a version of World of Tanks?" I was like,
Nah, that's the only one they know.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, I've been there myself. Went there quite a while ago. The tank. I went and actually saw Tank Fest.
Oh, did you? I've seen it
yeah.
advertised so many times. I'd love to go.
It's good fun. They actually get Tiger 131 out.
Oh, do
They're out driving down around the range.
they? In lingerie and everything.
Absolutely. Giving us a good show. Anyway.
Puma's first shot's a good one. T-70's more than being forced away. It's scurrying away with its tail between its legs. Conscripts offer an 18A to the Puma gods and deliver it through the boxes there.
And the Stern Pioneer as well gone on overtime getting these vehicles repaired.
Single mother at Walmart. Got to get that Puma back on time. Work overtime, baby. It's that joke didn't work as well this time. I think I waited too long to deliver it. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Guards advance, 13 kills. They elect to go mobile. No, go immobile. They've gone immobile.
Right when they can't shoot the tank.
They need to go. Oh, they've gone mobile and run away.
They the military. Constant AT grenades on these light vehicles.
Yeah, it's not that great from HK that he's gotten within distance that many times, but it certainly is eating up Kimbo's reservoir of munitions.
Kimbo has a lot in the bank.
He does, he has a lot of manpower and a lot of fuel.
He can easily build a T-34-85 now.
Yeah, he could build.
Surprised
Conscripts
he
go
hasn't.
down there, combat engineers push in. It's just keeping this victory point situation massively in his favour. 500, he's not dropped a single one. There's mechanised, there's the first T-34-85, and he's got already enough for another T-34-76. Should he want it? Gansgale in chat says it's not over yet. It certainly is for these two Panzer Fusiliers. They're very dead.
G-34 squad is ready for orders.
See, I incorporated your comments into the casting there, Gansgale. I hope you're happy with that.
It's not over until I say it's.
Puma's got to get on it. This T-70's having a good old day out there. 6 kills thus far. I mean, it's only 2 behind the Panzer Lux. That's been out for a while longer. And here comes the 85 mil.
Counter fire! Counter fire!
Puma with a good shot.
Field promotion.
Conscripts following up. They've lost a victory point. They're not happy with that. They want to keep 3. He wants this game over as ASAP.
Complete.
What are you doing on the webcam? It's really, really distracting me on my second monitor. You're like playing with it. T-34 follows up. We've got the Stug. Is just defending 2 shots as the Puma and T-34 phase through it. There we go. Another mine detonates Panzer Fusilier. Down. And another one. That's bad there. T-70 got the killing blow. Major K really can't do with this right now. Got another 85 on its way.
Commander abilities ready.
Now what are you doing? What is happening over there? He's gone vertical.
I am vertical man. Oh. That work? Anyway.
I don't know what didn't work in the first. Oh, Luke's just went in, by the way. I think we.
Ignore me.
Yeah, he just went for a bit of an inspection, and T-34-85's on the counter-attack. We've got Mark Target in. We've got guards coming in. This Luke's going to be lucky to escape this. First shot's a good one. Second. Equally so. He's out of control. Desperate capping action from Major K here.
I think Kimbo is in a pretty unbeatable spot right now, even though he's very behind on infantry. Actually, not even that behind.
Oh, Panzer Fusiliers, very low. And they are going to escape, but the victory point situation's ultra desperate. Just like me in my Tinder days. Look at this lineup, savage.
The Russian Armada.
It's getting there, isn't it?
You could even
I always
see
love
another
that.
one soon.
I always love that. Is we call it an Armada in Co 2 because it's 3 tanks. If you ever like see some stock photos of World War II, there's always like 50 Russian tanks.
Something like that. Oh, so many. 3 tanks. Let's go. Base pin, basically, right now.
Yeah, it's just this wall standing between Kimbo and Major K's ultimate destruction.
The Puma just can't seem to hit.
Well, that's all she wrote. We're entering a best of 3 now, Vector, basically. Might as well be. Good premonition from Kimbo as well, just waiting. We do have anti-tank Panzer Fusiliers.
Missing.
I mean, what was Major K thinking doing the same strategy as Kimbo?
It didn't work out for him, for Kimbo, the game before. I'm not sure. Still don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe it was a bit of gamesmanship, saying, oh, if you can't do it, I bet I can. Nope, you can't either.
Sometimes it's just a bad strategy.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in trying to emulate what your opponent failed to do. It's not usually how evolution works, these things. Usually the best strategies survive. Puma pushes in. We do have an 18-aid. Panzer Fusilier that throwed it is thrown. Sorry.
Through it.
That threw it. Thank you, Vector. Is very dead. A's mind regresses to that of a child.
Panzer Fusilier throw the grenade.
Indeed, Puma's looking worse for wear now. T-34 hits Vet 2. Traverses that turret yet again. Goes for an attack round through the smoke. Can he land it? Yes, he can! Temporarily abandoned, and then Mirage Flaws coding kicks in. And Major K throws in the towel, taps out. He's out of there as we enter a best of 3 that scores are tied. Isolation has you feeling blue. There's only one thing left to do. The patch is out, let's play Code 2. It's the Corona Cup. So you've got viruses. Ed 80Hz genuinely has a virus. And it's an interesting game too, to say the least. Interesting in that he tried the same strat as his predecessor and they both failed. Not sure what to make of that, but there we go.
There we go.
Maybe. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of, really don't understand why he chose to do that.
No, it wasn't the brightest of ideas. I didn't fully understand it myself.
Yeah, similar story with the KD.
Was it similar again? Yeah.
It's not quite as pronounced, but
it's such a genuine best of 3 we're going to enter into now. It's not even funny. It's just like, completely is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a bit, bring chat into the equation a little bit. See what chat has to say for itself. And this tournament's an interesting tournament. We do have different factions every game, so we'll no longer see OKW and Soviets. They're done. So it's a Wehrmacht versus either Brits or USF situation from here on out, which certainly will be interesting to say the least.
Wehrmacht or ooh.
Exactly, yeah.
Really hope I'm not seeing Brits on Crossroads. The two, I'm not sure that's going to be an interesting one. Could be a resident sleeper, that one.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, that's the thing, though. It's a Crossroads 5 VP from here on out, isn't it? So we're adding a victory point, everybody! Woo! Oh, gosh.
You get a victory point. You get a victory point.
Oh, gosh. Thanks, Oprah. Oprah, rather. All right, dudes. What we're going to do now is, whilst we wait for this next game, we are going to head to a wait screen just for a little while, just so Vector and I can rest our voices. Big shout out to Paul Sinkas for the subscription. Thank you, my friend. If anybody's enjoying the entertainment of us today, we are going to be getting kebabs at some point in time, so feel free to give us a cheeky dono. Just enough dono to get a Donna. Not asking for any more than that. And such sort Vector and I out. Thank you very much for your continued support. Big shout out to Olvedi and to 101st for organising this today, and to our glorious sponsors, 2 Nation. Not sure how they work because it's all in Korean, but rest assured they're paying for a tournament, so it must be pretty good, eh? So yeah, we'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just having a quick break. Hi chaps, for those of you that are eagerly anticipating this game, I'll briefly spoil what we're going to be doing with. So if you want to have a look at factions. Here they are, there's the best way to see it. We've got Brits versus Wehrmacht, and it's starting in 3 minutes and 55 seconds, so be back soon. And we are now officially, wait to begin, live with Major Kusanagi, a revelation in this tournament. He is starting as the dastardly British forces versus Kimbo, who's not messing around anymore, Vector. He's going straight in with the most meta commander flavour of the day, Jaeger Infantry Doctrine.
The insta-pick of Jaeger Infantry. No advanced emplacements for Kusanagi, unfortunately.
No.
Not going to be able to see the Bofors block.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
No, he's gone for the regiments of Commando, special weapons, and Royal Engineer. I just had this vision of, these are my special weapons. I have a barrage balloon. A whizzy bang. It could be so much better. Couldn't they have had some, like, eccentric British professor? Hobart's funnies kind of thing.
Yeah, you'd think. But, I mean, you do have possibly the most strong accent you could ever have on a British person. Then we see we could go for the AVRE, which Tightrope says is OP. So
He did say, I really didn't get it. Tightrope, the person with the most credibility in the community, quite frankly. He makes content that's actually good. Sniper coming out from Kimbo. Oh, like the Polish days of old, the prize Barton strats, the ancient tomes have brought us here. Pioneer leads the way for that Scope G43 rifle. What was the point I was making? Oh yeah, that Tightrope said AVR is as powerful as Stone TV. He nearly has as much credibility as AE now. It's dropped that much. Nearly.
not quite nearly.
Sniper? No, nobody could ever get that low. He's running away. They're trying to get away. Go on, Major. You can survive. They're going to hide behind this. Why are we here, lads? Oh, yeah, the sniper.
We got the universal carrier. Very quick pick. Pretty obvious. That sniper's going to be a bit of a pain.
Oh, we've got some good shots in there. Did those
We see
two
this. No. Oh, so much manpower bleed this early on with that sniper.
It's devastating, isn't it? UC, by the way, is a dedicated sniper hunter. The new patch is going to make it even more so a sniper hunter, but it's still got an extra damage boost versus the dastardly devil himself. More nerfs coming to snipers also soon.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
You get harder to use them. Brits rejoice.
Yeah, their faction will be playable in 1v1
Construct a
in
new
the
British
future.
command post
And we do indeed
the-
have special weapons regiments.
And did we see? Was the tank hunter build in this tournament, or was that in a different tournament? Because I might have been the tournament that I played in. Because there was a build someone made. It was 2 regular squad infantry sections, and then 2 anti-tank gun infantry, tank hunter infantry sections. Not sure if it would particularly really be viable here, but
He smells the sniper. Pioneers are in the way, though, as is this Panzer Faust. Can he get within range? Yes, he can, thanks to his closed fist bulletin. 7% extra range coming in handy.
surface-to-air missile that is the Panzerfaust. Or surface-to-surface, should I say?
I was going to say, indeed, surface to surface. Just like a steamy night in Vector's student accommodation. As the Brits line up against Grenz in an incredibly important battle over there. You see ambles away very slowly into the loving Welsh hands of the Royal Engineers.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Brits really lost a lot of huge amount of map presence here. Basically back in his own base.
Oh, cheeky Tala! Can the Pioneers get away? Yes, they've not been seen. Tala's gonna go boomy.
4 grenadiers and a sniper. Really, really in that tier 1.
Yeah, it's a powerful build. The Faust blanket and also the anti-infantry blanket. It was discovered in one of the early Master League major tournaments. Master League Tournament 1, actually. Or it could have even been Corona Cup, the tournament that preceded it. That the best way to play with snipers against Brits is to just have Grenz, because they can obviously keep light armour and infantry away from your sniper. Ostrupen can't really do as much. Plus Ostrupen are banned in this tournament, so
It does help.
it certainly does. And there we go. Well spotted by Vector. The tank hunters are on the field.
No armor yet, though, for the Wehrmacht. We do see a tier 2 coming up, but still nothing out quite yet.
quite, no. 9 kills on Mr. Snipey Snipe thus far.
What do you think? Low munitions for Kimbo, so it's probably going to be a 2-2-2.
Dead. Infantry section incoming. Run. Rabbit, run from this grenadier's gun.
Can't get the shot on retreat though.
Indeed not, no. This is 5VP Crossroads, which is dramatically different. It has an extra victory point. And, importantly, this is my big request, this territory sector is missing. And that's because of IMO. Crossroads has too much income. But that's just my personal opinion. Pack 40 is on its way. So Kimbo's playing the safe. Doesn't want to mess around with this UC any longer. And this UC stays numbers because he's going to back into a telemine soon.
Swept it. Still not. No sweepers on the sappers. Still in danger there. And the pack gun might force its hand there.
Yep. Oh, he's reversing in that general direction. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I love the... Oh, he's reversing back into it. No, he's going forward.
Oh, the game sense.
That's incredible by Major Kusanagi. They can turn on a dime, can't they, these things? Please tell me he's taking sweepers. No, he's not. No. Oh, he's backed into it so many times.
Dancing around that mine.
He's driving all over the place. It was like he's trying to find a teller. Pack 40's lined up and misses. Royal Engineers are lucky to stick around. Major Kusanagi, by the way, has, you know, slowly pushed back into things. Some good forcing away of his own. The UC has been rather pivotal in offering just a bit of pressure in places.
The Faust comes in right in front of the pack, which misses.
Oh no. Let's get on the fog of war for Kimbo. And range of the pack, he's at max range and he can't make it with an attack round.
I think is that 4 misses with the pack? Still no damage.
Ah, and the UC got a cheeky fade away into the fog of war kill on the grenadier there. One of the soldates died.
Orange sniper now.
Oh, really? Oh, get in.
Ooh. See the sniper knife fight going on.
I'm going to do some... Vector, could you possibly, on my cue, could you hum some dramatic music? It's going to happen in a minute's time. It's going to be a very cool cinematic.
Oh, God.
Very cool. We will go down to half speed for this vignette.
Yeah, right.
You sound enthralled. Right, you ready?
Okay.
Vector, get with the dramatic music in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
This is Mongolian throat singing, Vector. They're not running either. I expected both snipers to be running. Oh, oh God. Halo music's always dramatic. I'll go with that, Vex. That was a nice touch.
It's the first thing I could think of that was dramatic humming.
It was a good choice. Chat agree it was a good choice. Oh, don't mind. He's so close.
The pack tried to snipe the sniper there.
Not sure about that.
Love to see it though.
British sniper's going to... He's already taken 2 shots, so he's definitely not going to full dedicated counter sniper. And I think that is the best way to play, to be honest. In the old days, you used to wait lying in cloak in Co 1, but it's just so difficult in Co 2 to get a counter snipe off because you have to creep up the bushes.
Yeah.
So, it's so much harder.
Crossing the road on Crossroads is it's always risky.
It's just not going to happen.
Is there a point where the snipers get extra time in cloak?
Not sure about that. It'd be awesome at Vet 3 if they could just become Co 1 snipers. Sorry, you can clearly see my biases. I'm pro sniper. I'm one of the few people in the community that like snipers. So my biases are showing. 222 hunts down the Royal Engineers. Grenadiers come in to protect. Sniper on the prowl and waiting. Fairmat sniper fades away. Victory point wise, how are we looking, Vector? It seems like we've got a long way to go on this Crossroads X map.
We're equal currently on the number of victory points. Currently, Kimbo taking up his side of the map, going to finally get some sort of advantage here. He does have 100 points on Kusanagi, so he does have a good buffer.
Ooh, Jaeger command squad on the field, and Kimbo's now getting aggressive. He's taken one of Kusanagi's home points. Everything's back in base for the Major right now.
Sections probably won't go down, but
well, if he'd got on a kill with the Grands, he could have gone for a sniper retreat kill, but looks like it's not going to happen.
Just a huge infantry presence from Kimbo. 5 infantry, mainline infantry squads.
Yeah, and Gibber asks in chat, is he getting ambush camouflage on all of his Grens, of course, giving him access to that sprint, and only one so far has it. Yeah, it is the flavour of the month, isn't it? That ability to sprint and get that super Faust off. If you sprint into a Faust, it goes faster. That's just basic Newtonian mechanics there. Yeah, exactly. So Faust may travel at 1,000 miles per hour, but if you sprint at 10, that's 1,010. It'll got more penetrative quality.
All about that those extra margins. That's what the intel bulletins do.
They do. Here he goes with a sprinting Faust. Oh, look at the damage.
Universal carrier blocking the retreat of the engineers as well. Painful there.
It's 222 pushes in now. He's sensing the direction of there's a mine here that could save the day. Oh, he goes past it.
Oh.
So many missed calls on the mines.
The 222 would die from that mine as well. Oh. The engineers don't bait it over it. AT squad going in for the snare.
Oh, he gets a cheeky sidewinder through the valleys with that one from the Welsh boys.
Infantry section wiped out.
The
just
AT
losing
squad
infantry
gets
section.
away from it.
Yeah, he loses something else though, dude. I think infantry section went down in the melee. Yes, they're dead. But he got the kill on the 222, and he has a Cromwell coming out, so it's not all over. It's just mostly over for the Brit boy at the moment.
Sniper on the left.
Oh, he gets unveiled. It was a bridge too far. And there he goes.
Headquarters are under fire.
Heavy cover kicks in, and he's okay.
Looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
Jaeger's up against Tommy's over here. That's surviving. Got to retreat past that mine as well.
We have 300 points remaining. We're losing a
This is
capture
Kimbo's game to lose, though.
Just eating up the entire map.
Destroys the sandbags. Sniper gets a shot off on the Grants. He sprints after the sniper, trying to get him.
You sprint.
They would have been sprint bullets, don't forget.
Yeah, the game would go faster.
Indeed.
More accurate, you see. It's Cromwell. It's gonna get Fausted now.
Not incurred any damage yet, though, so yeah, he couldn't time it well enough, Kimbo, there.
Time it well enough there, yes.
The whole idea that if you're traveling and then something very fast hits you, it hits harder. It's something I genuinely used to think, because I used to think when you're riding your bike or running, you should always go on the left side of the road, because then if you get hit with the car, you're traveling with the damage. I was a child when I thought this, and my dad then explained, no, go on the other side of the road, and you can see the car coming. And I said, no, it's gonna hurt more. It was like, no, you're going a tiny fraction of the speed of the car. Of course, it's not going to. You're still going to get splattered. That was my childlike mind. Anyway, back to the gameplay.
Absolutely.
Cheeky Teller detonation Cromwell shot coming in maybe soon.
Do you have the sweepers yet? He still hasn't upgraded his Royal Engineers with sweepers. Just really concerned about that Telemine.
Yeah, samesies. Wehrmacht Sniper now up to 28 kills. That's why Kusanagi's losing.
Paid for himself.
And he just got another squad wipe.
That also helps.
Yeah, exactly. This is a Resident Sleeper game now. It's very over. And if this was StarCraft, he would have slash-L'd quite a while ago.
But because he's Brits, he hasn't.
Indeed. It's the British way.
Yeah, never surrender. As Churchill once said.
Fight them on the crossroads. Fight them on the roads. And the crosses. On all 5 victory points. Etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't even give them the never surrender line. I leave them at that point.
Yeah. Leave it hanging. Don't give
Exactly.
him too much too soon.
Pack 40. Couldn't get the finishing shot off there. We do have a hold the line. What little infantry he has left
In
is...
the one territory that he has left.
But in that territory sector, boy, he can fight. He can go all the way up to here, along this penile protrusion, of which I know you're very well acquainted, Vector.
Well versed.
And he can, if he fights here, he's going to be rubbish. Here, but here, oh my.
And you
Also-
see, the munitions point isn't covered.
No, it indeed isn't. So if we look on the TAC map, his area of fighting, you know, he has to be careful not to fight in the middle of the fork.
This is really looking over.
It's been over for a while, but what isn't over is this sniper's lust for blood. He has 34 kills.
Kimbo has he's got tier 3 up, no tier 4 yet. He's just gonna go for a Panzer 4 and dive the Cromwell or something.
All the units using sprint in unison now. Kimbo's really going for all victory points as quickly as he can. The British sniper lies in wait. And he's going for a quadruple cap there, a team cap. This is amazing play by Kimbo there.
As we all know, the more squads you have, it doesn't cap any faster, but it's better.
It certainly is. It absolutely ensures it's a quintuple cap. And they're all in rapid fire mode. We got a mad minute of fire from the British units. But it's not accounting for very much at all. And Major Kusanagi has dropped from the game. Oh, and a sniper died as well. All right, there we go. There was game 3, lads. GG, well played.
Others, the smart people, say Brits.
Yeah, if we just... That was Vector saying why it was boring. It was either the map or it was Brits. Or it was a tantalising combination of the two.
Yes. And the meta commander choosing also doesn't help.
It was an interesting combination of players. Either Major Kusanagi and Kimbo was going to become an incredible game, or in this case, it's just not gelled well from an entertainment standpoint at this point in time. The games have been okay, but they've only been okay. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because they play in such a similar way in terms of reconnaissance and reactiveness that it kind of cancels each other out. And you have to hear me out on this one. If you go into a Kimbo replay or a Kusanagi replay and you play with follow camera, they both live and breathe their opponent. They wait for and react to what the opponent does. It's really, really particular style of Company Heroes play. And they both play that way. So maybe it's cancelling each other out. They're both doing like in equal measure. I can't describe it any other way but with that dance. Through the medium of interpretive dance, I would describe this game.
Like the most awkward slow dance.
He did Psycho. Psycho Rush said he struggled to react, so in that case it'd be until it's off screen. I can't go any lower, unfortunately. but he's down here somewhere, and he's still trying to react, but he's diminutive by this point.
Oh,
Vector, how's my analysis? I feel I
think it's about right. I just had to wait for your camera to.
Yeah, it's what was happening. It's what he was doing. He was just like trying so hard, he was failing. That's how I'd best describe Major Kusanagi's play there.
Deciding, I don't know, like playing Brits and then coming up against a sniper, you should kind of expect it. But then the sniper just destroys Brits. So
what do those raid Tommies do? Can they run faster?
They got a sprint ability, as we all love. Well, we all love sprint abilities.
Yeah.
They I think they can get Vickers K's, right? And they get 5 men.
I think we all know there's no real. I know, Coble. I was theory crafting what he could have done differently.
Well, I mean, choosing to use 80 infantry sections with the reduced sort of accuracy against infantry.
Exactly.
Still, I don't know. Doesn't
Wasn't
really make
ideal.
sense.
No.
And even when the 222 came out, they didn't do anything to the 222 other than at the last second throw an anti-tank grenade out.
That's it, Sander. That's all Brits are left with is a glorious glider that lands at the exact right time. In fact, I've got a very cringeworthy video that shows exactly what needs to happen. I will show that next. Oh, we got 2 minutes till it's live.
Let me get back in the game. Oh wait, are you in the game?
Oh, I'm in the game. Are you in the game?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we're both in the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm playing the game.
Holy shit, he's
Metal Gear.
All right, good. I thought you were going EA Sports on me. There, Zany's there too, yeah.
So in the game.
I was also thinking that. Why is our brain like neurologically programmed in the exact same way? It seems we're all just nerdy white guys, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's only
When you put it like that.
Right then, we got a lot of people ready for this next confrontation. I can confirm it's 1 minute 17 seconds away.
I don't think you're ready for this. Wait. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you speak.
Is
Please.
mechanized allowed in here? Are we allowed mechanized?
Yes, I think so. I didn't see it banned, to be fair. I think it's banned in the tournament I did before this one. Didn't I do like a little map tournament or something? I think it was banned in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just saying because spoilers anyway, but...
Lol.
I mean, none of them have mechanized. German mechanized, I mean.
Helping Hands. I'm sorry but I'll just briefly show this on screen. He's like, hang on, there we go. He's reviewing Nazi daggers.
That's what he's doing on his stream.
He's reviewing Nazi knives. Nazi knives with hands.
Oh my god, new segment.
New segment.
Nazi.
Communist forks. Guys, you want a double stream? You want a double stream right now? Get Helping Hands up and get this up because we've got Nazi knives on one channel. We got communist forks. Yes, comrade, these are the forks we will use to take down the capitalist pigs. Come on, Vector, you got to get hyped.
And we've got British nail clippers.
Oh my! There we go. British nail. They're vintage World War II nail clippers, by the way.
Absolutely.
They were used by Neville Chamberlain
That they were.
A step too soon. Step too far there, HT. I don't think that's acceptable. There were no spoons in Japan. They, of course, used chopsticks. So could you please not take that joke too far, HT? I really feel you've lowered the tone there. Anyway,
sorry. Anyway, let's get into the game.
Yeah, let's get into the game. We could go. We could be here for a while. We could be here for a while. Let's go. And here we go. This is the United States Forces of Kimbo. He's versus Major Kusanagi's Wehrmacht. He's now 2-1 down in this best-of-5 series. They have to play a different faction every game. What do you make of the choices this time round, Vector?
Mobile defense doctrine picked for Major Kusanagi. Wow, I've not seen this commander in ages. So possibly seeing the Pumas coming out for the Ost here. I'm not sure about that one.
I just love how little command points are needed to fully unlock this commander. Everyone's all like, you know, Hitler in his bunker looking at a map. Yes, at 50 minutes, I'll get the Mega Tiger, definitely. Yes, at 105 minutes, I'm looking forward to having my 14 CP Mega Artillery. And then you've got mobile defense. I've got everything already. It's fantastic.
Come on, tanks.
Well, within 5 minutes, I'll have a Puma, and that'll be me done. There we go.
And then Kimbo in the south. What do we see on Kimbo then?
Oh, interesting. Recon Support Company. INR. This used to be really cool for the... No, this isn't the one with the artillery either, is it? This is the cluster mine one. M8 Greyhound into cluster bombs. So the entire kind of Southeast Asian area probably is a little bit worried. Vietnam reference. But anyway... yes, always good when I clarify my references, and the person listening to me was just like, for F's sake, why is he even mentioning this? I know what you're saying, just don't say it. Grenadiers are outside of cover, riflemen push up to them, Grens are forced away with one man remaining, they're joined by another Gren. Where's the bloody MG, Vector?
No MG built instantly, what? New build order, possibly?
I don't know, it's making me go high-pitched as well, I don't know what's going on.
Very curious. Usually you rely a lot on that MG in the early game. GG Mortar, perhaps?
Felix in chat points out that I got my words wrong, he thinks, when I said one man remaining. What I meant was when the Grens left, they left one man remaining, dead on the field. So I'm still right, it's fine.
Technically right is the best kind of right.
Definitely. Unintentionally right is my favourite, actually. We do have a bit of counter-attack tactics, meaning neutralise points really fast, etc. Run a little bit fast as well.
Like
oh no, we can capture territory in general, sorry, my bad.
It's like radio silence light.
Yes. It's radio silence with radios involved.
Yeah. So, like, not radio silence.
Indeed. It's the bit they added to radio silence to make it unexpectedly OP and allow Loveness to get pushed out of the tournament scene.
Can't play anymore because everyone just plays radio silence against him.
Basically. Riflemen advance against the Pioneers. Despite their MP40s, they know no chill. Grenadiers also push in. I tell you what, Major Kusanagi's done well despite not having a machine gun thus far. He's taken many standard territory points away from Kimbo, and he's also now taking the fourth of 5 victory points. So that's going to be quite a bleed on Kimbo soon.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still no MG going to be built. Just going straight up to battle phase 1. Just going to get the next building out, I suppose. It's going to be very quick timing for this 2-2-2.
If we follow camera on Major Kusanagi, I predict he's going to be playing out of his skin right now. He's going to be very twitchy because he's trying his best. He's going for an adrenaline rush of activity. If we definitely had it on earlier, it would have been frenzied and all over the place, quite frankly. This is the moment where he takes a breath. He's just done 4 minutes of frenzied, chaotic aggression against Kimbo, and it's worked to an extent, but where he goes next, probably with a 222 scout car, is going to be pivotal. So he needs to, you know, this sounds silly, but he definitely needs to get his heart rate in order and get his breathing in order, because you can't, if you've done an adrenaline high, you can't let it get spent. You have to get control.
Gotta, yes. Keep yourself calm.
Now, having been at live tournaments, GCS 1 and 2, I can actually tell you that the physical element is very real. These games can last upwards of 50 minutes, and the series in this case is now in its 2nd hour. So yeah, these things do matter. And Kusanagi's just realised, shit, I might lose. He's had to really play out of his skin with 4 Grens. But Kimbo's calm and in control. He's waited for his moment, and he's pushing in now with the lieutenant and the rifleman. He's going for the cutoff. 222's got a lot of work to do.
It's going to be pushing out into the field, straight into the lieutenant. No bazooka upgrading yet. Obviously not in territory. And really, there's not much to deal with the 222 right now.
He does have platoon upgraded, so he can anti-tank grenade. But he's going to lose manpower in the meantime.
Yeah, they're not tied to tech anymore.
I don't like
sorry,
that.
they're tied to tech, they're not tied to veterancy anymore.
Indeed.
So
M20 was built briefly and cancelled. Well played to Zany Zap in chat for noting that. We have a 50 cal constructing for Kimbo as well, so he wants to keep this new bout of pressure up.
No, cancelled that as well.
Oh, right. It's a game of cancellations right now.
He's got 600 manpower. I think he could afford the 50 cal.
Maybe he wants more. Probably wants the Stuarts, most likely. Just waiting for the fuel he needs.
I think he could fit in an INR Pathfinder.
Yeah, he could fit a lot in there. 600 manpower is a crap ton to have on Crossroads X, because it means you're not exerting maximum pressure, and that's allowing Major Kusanagi back onto the field.
She has done with the tour de force. All the squads out of the base now, capping up the map. Flanking the rifleman on the mid VP. Forcing them off.
There it is, there's the Stuart. Don't forget, you can airdrop a combat group. Pack howitzer if he wants it, that'd be pretty spicy. Not very good against Grens on the move though, of course. Actually, probably is pretty good, because these aren't G43 Grens either. There never will be. He doesn't know that yet though, because there's no tell as to what Kusanagi's got. So that he is going for it, yes. So, yeah, fair enough, there it is.
Where's the airdrop it?
He's giving it to Kimbo. He's airdropped it in Kimbo's territory. Ultimate move. It's just a base, mate.
Okay.
And an air.
It took him a long time to come down.
It was in space. Alright, this Gren's going to have a rude awakening when the Stuart hits. Look at the rate of capture, though. It's a good commander to play with somebody that has closed the pocket, isn't it? In a 2 versus 2. You really do some damage there.
You see, now I want to see close the pocket in a 1v1.
That'd be lovely. Oh, Stuart does go in for the 2-2-2, but gets Fausted on its way.
But there's no pack gun. No pack gun to deal with it currently.
He does now have a machine gun. So odd to have built it so late. Its power spike really is in the first 5 minutes. I mean, it's still good in the second 5 as well, but, you know.
American voice actors being very confusing there, telling me a Greyhound is ready for action when he hasn't built one.
Oh, they're always about that. Grenade! Meaning, I've thrown a grenade.
I've thrown one.
2-2 about to die. He taps through the ground and kills him.
Good pick up there. Quick repair on that damaged engine that he got.
MG42 makes a name for itself, suppressing 2 squads. Faust in on the Stuart yet again. By the way, Kusanagi rather has gone round the back and capped a victory points. He's keeping an amount. Oh, we just had 403 victory points equalised. So might as well start the game now. And this the fourth game is much more exciting than the previous three thus far.
Absolutely. Oh, a sea of red around, just the pockets of red, sorry, around in the blue territory.
Oh, it's like a patchwork quilt of the depraved gunfighting right now. It's all over the bloody place. Pack 40 rolls up. No horses to pull it.
They ate them. Absolutely.
Remember.
Sorry, yes. Finder's lasagna with them.
Indeed. You know, I was actually eating Findus lasagnas at the time, at university, when I found out that they were made with horse meat.
Well, you're at university. Beggars can't be choosers.
Indeed. And the pack howitzer opens up. It's now been crewed. Grant could get taken out immediately. No, it doesn't. It could still die, though. Yep, it's still going to die anyway. Kusanagi was more worried about this battle in the east. And the Faust goes, it does it? It looked like he took it out of his pocket for a moment.
Maybe in a rare situation, the Faust didn't go off and we didn't have the Sidewinder.
Oh my god. Just like how it should work.
Like it should be.
Yeah, from Co 1 back in the day. The perfect world would be Co 1 range and not sticky bomb kind of following, and it always damages engines. I like the fact that they damage engine. That's okay.
Appreciate the consistency.
Yeah, me too. But I don't like the fact that they can bend around corners and follow you forever.
Yeah.
If you go into cheat mod and you raise your tank's speed to be like as high as it can go, it's quite funny because the Faust will just follow it forever. It won't stop.
Unfortunately, no one in the Company of Heroes universe can become Neo because they can never dodge the Faust.
No, indeed not. Do you know what would be even better? We should make a mod where Faust's speed is really slow. And
So
you
it's
get
like a
Faust, you
snail
have
as
to,
it follows
yeah,
you.
you have to escape the Faust. It's always following you around corners, around bends.
It's like you can get it. You can just like quickly get some repairs so that you won't die to the Faust. Just as
Indeed.
it's following you.
It'd be like the slow march of death waiting for everybody at some point in time. The Panzerfaust will catch up with you. Anyway.
It's just a matter of when.
Exactly. We've got LMG Grenadiers on the east from Major Kusanagi. Despite his Gren death, is still doing damn well for himself. Panzer Grenadiers are waiting for a cheeky grenade over the house, possibly, or just an ambush. There he goes, an ambush indeed.
Yeah, much influence though, just pops in and out.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Oh, house down. Yet again, pack howitzer sees to that. Panzer Grenadiers have been found.
Additional battlefield options.
I feel like Kimbo's in quite a strong position here, despite not having the territory.
We are losing
I feel like because there's no Kusanagi doesn't have any light vehicles right now, the pressure's not quite as much.
enemy forces.
So Kimbo's sort of able to, you know, deal with squads as they come a bit more consistently.
Pack thus far, it's not got a kill yet. It is now going to use high explosive barrage. Pack finds the Stuart. Oh, there's against the team weapons now. And they roll into it as well. Oh, he's repairing really close to the battle line there. Silly by Kimbo.
Should have just pulled that. Should have maybe expected the Grens to get in the house though, or something to get in the house.
Much worse indeed, yeah.
Ooh, stuck on the garrison there.
Couldn't get within Faust range though. Meanwhile, got Rifleman versus Panzer Grenadiers in the east. We've got a crazy... No, he's not going for a flank. He's just going for the munitions. Again, he's using counter-attack tactics. Costs 35 munitions off pop. He's using it to take this cut-off rather quickly.
And the Grenadiers looking really low, but probably going to get away from the Rifleman.
Yeah, good call out there. I was thinking that Marcel in chat. I can't believe he doesn't have the Faust range bulletin. He's instead gone for just one extra Gren bulletin. The other really good bulletin is the Telemine bulletin to lower the cost. I think that's really good.
I do run mine bulletins on my Soviets.
I suppose the thing with Telemines, it gives the surprise away, doesn't it, a little bit?
Yeah, so that everyone knows you're going to go build a Telemine. But then I guess you should be building Telemines, so it's almost not a surprise if you're against.
But also, it makes your opponent act. We're talking hypotheticals here. Let's concentrate on the. It's just good to speak to you, Vector, because you're passionate about KOTOR, and I like that. Gren's backing away. Got Panzer IV on its way. And I have to ask a question, Vector. Who do you think's winning this one?
Kimbo's winning this one. I think. I kind of feel like, even though the Panzer IV's coming out, he's got the Zukas on the rear echelons, ready for the vehicle to come. Even though he doesn't have a tank, I think he's probably going to do quite a good job of holding him off until he can get his own tank out.
Oh, here it is. Cluster bombs from sky above. He rolls forward. He was looking for a game-ending push there. He pushed the Stuart in as well. He had the rifles coming in at the same time. That was a big trigger from Kimbo, but the Panzer IV could take advantage now. Got bazookas firing and Panzer IV evading. 18-8 possibly, we don't know. Meanwhile, we've got Panzer Grenadiers surrounded by LMGs and carbines.
Flamethrower Pioneers, possibly doing a lot of damage to the Lieutenant way in enemy territory.
Suppression off in the nick of time against the Rifleman, looking to take the Panzer Grenadiers down. Lieutenant, well spotted by Vector, soon to die to the flames. Can he escape? Meanwhile, Panzer IV's been shot again by the Bukazuka rear echelons. We had 4 things happening at the same time there. Lieutenant did escape. The only thing to die in all that was the Pak 40 got decrewed. That's it.
Yeah. Lieutenant does make it away past the further away from the flamethrowers on that red cover.
What a crazy bout of engagements. They were all over the place.
As I say, Kimbo still has half of the map, and even more than that. So not much ground was gained, but Kimbo didn't really lose anything.
Panzer IV's getting a bit dangerously close there, but well, he's not to know that the M1 was being built. I thought it was beyond the field by now, but he's cancelled it, Kimbo has. Interesting.
He has the bulletin for it as well.
Yeah. Why would he cancel? Such a good choice. It's better to get it out as soon as you can, but he has a lot of fuel. So I suppose a Sherman's not a bad idea. With this amount of possibility of anti-infantry damage, maybe he could get a Jackson there.
Really not sure we're going to see a Puma today.
No.
Despite being on the commander roster.
Yeah, exactly. We saw one on that OKW game earlier, so at least we've seen one today in general.
No Wehrmacht Puma though.
Oh, indeed, not no. Ren's push forward, a little bit of added speed.
No munitions for the Faust though. Can't get the Faust off.
The sector has been cut off.
Bit of heavy cover to help them out here. Panzer Grenadiers watch on. Riflemen don't want any of it anymore. Victory point wise, I mean, Kimbo's still got a decent lead, but this game has legs.
Certainly does. Pack howitzer firing on the building with nothing in it. Possibly thinking that the MG was still there.
Vetsu Pioneers repair the Panzer IV pretty quickly there.
Kusanagi really not wanting that captain to take the mid VP. He puts on incendiary rounds.
Oh, does he? Lovely. He's got,
huge shot from the pack howitzer. Takes out 3 models with 1. MG goes down to the pack howitzer.
And there it is, and Lieutenant's there to pick it up. He's going to try and destroy it before he gets there. Stuart also pushes in. Pack got a shot off. Gren's coming for the Faust. Can he destroy the pack before it can wheel away? Yes, he can. Faust in, however. Airborne watching on. He's gone for the M1 a little bit late to the party. Maybe the Stuart's going to die now. He's going to try and battlefield repair it as quickly as he can do. There's the Stuart. It's down. He's got the vehicle crew out, though. That's a cheeky find.
The building goes down. Almost took the Grenadiers out with it with a grenade there.
He's picked up the MGs, picked up the pack. It's Christmas at Kimbo's house. And he's a spoilt brat right now. He's got all the toys. Oh, and he takes out the Panzer IV as well. He looks certain to be heading to the upper bracket final. He's 2-1 up, and he's just got 3 big wins.
Look at the size of Kimbo's army right now. Basically reaching halfway across the screen, just slapping Major Kusanagi.
It is indeed. And his arms are too long, man. You can't box with him. He's just slapping you in the face. Kusanagi's going to go for the Stug. The mighty Stug to save us, possibly.
Oh, Kimbo doesn't have any armor. So it doesn't really feel like a very good choice.
No, it really doesn't, actually.
Brumbar would be a better choice, but I know Brumbar probably very far away.
I suppose the Panzer IV command tank would be decent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Give him the defensive bonuses as well. But,
Make use of his commander then.
he's still battling Kusanagi, to his credit. I mean, Kimbo's massively in base right now, healing up, so he's going to come back like a tsunami of blue. Yeah, he's still trying to get the victory points in the meantime.
Packouts are nearly on Vet 2 there, where it gets the heat rounds of Vet 2 and increased. That's it, basically just the heat rounds, which I've never really seen anyone use.
No, me neither, actually. They are high explosive anti-tank shells, though. It's pretty interesting to see them win it. Go on.
Is this MG crewed by a vehicle crew?
Is that what he did there? Oh, yes. They are. That Vet 3 vehicle crew came in use.
Stuart went down.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah, that died.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's well, I mean, it won't be the most survivable of MGs, but at least it's
No, it
cheap
won't.
to
It'd be quite
reinforce.
rubbish, actually.
It's cheap to reinforce.
Good point. Shame they don't instantly become a Vet 2 machine gunner, because all of these guys did have practice in the Stuart, of course, firing a machine gun, so maybe getting too realism for you, bro.
Although, actually saying that, it costs as much to reinforce the vehicle crew as it does to reinforce the paratroopers. They're both 28 manpower.
Oh, gosh.
So it's really, really expensive for such a poor squad.
Counter-attack tactics used again. Major Kusanagi capping as fast as he possibly can there. Stug's yet to do anything because there's no targets except the ambulance on the field. Nice Kimbo blocking here. The tactic that he invented.
They do move in herds.
Yeah. That's one dead grenadier bazooka in the back of the head. Not good for your health. I've seen that on the NHS website. If you
Tends to be a bad sign.
Yes, indeed. If you're experiencing bazooka in head symptoms right now, there is a number you can call.
It's called 999. Oh my god, huge burst of flame nearly kills the Vet 3 barred up rifle then. Very low health running away.
We are losing a sector.
Yeah, crew's back out. He's everywhere. He's spawning. He's slowly taking up every unit. He's going to recruit every weapon. He's got an army of vehicle crews by the end of it. Rifleman and captain just making nuisances of themselves. Good work with the MG in the west, but the pack howitzer now has it in its sights. Meanwhile, in the centre, he's fighting for his life, Kusanagi. These grenadiers might not have any more life with which to fight.
Stug, for the first time I think anyone's ever seen, has taken off prioritised vehicles.
Just in the 1 in a million chance it'll get an infantry kill, indeed.
It's got 2 kills already, surprisingly.
Go,
it took 2 more out!
This is an anti-infantry Stug from the previous game files. Kusanagi's hacked the game. He's attacking ground possibly here. Pioneers to pick up the kill. That was close quarter combat. Yes, there we go. They needed it to be medium range for some reason. Rifleman down. Kusanagi still in this. I called this for Kimbo. I said he was heading to the upper bracket, but not whilst Kusanagi's still breathing.
So I'm amazed at how much Kusanagi has pushed out here. I thought once that push went wrong for Kusanagi, lost the Panzer IV, I thought it was basically over. How wrong was I?
You're as wrong as a Vector could be.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Third building went down.
Tactics used to cap the central victory point here. Working well for him thus far. It's keeping him in the game, quite frankly.
It's basically the only ability he's used of this commander, but it's all he needs apparently. Why use more abilities than you need?
Got an MG off in the east. Most of the shots hitting the tractor, but they're still suppressing. Oh, there you go. Lieutenant with the double bazooka finds the Stug. MG is not going to flip because he's too worried about losing victory points, so he allows the Stug to be hit again.
On third health on the Stug still. It's going to survive multiple volleys still, but... And the Pioneers are right next to it, the Vetwind Pioneers.
Takes out the MG in the east, but he's still suppressed, and the suppression is going to continue as the airborne come in to fix him and rub him out.
The enemy is taking our territory.
As the rear echelons up top with only one rifle.
Got a second Panzergrenadier on the field, gunning these captains down. Major Kusanagi going for the on-the-move Sturmgewehr tactics. And it's on the field. He's going for the M8 Greyhound. Better late than never. Maybe some canister shots in those Panzergrenadiers' future. Kimbo looking to finish the game off. And Panzergrenadiers haven't been on the field for very long, and they're being finished off right now.
Bars taken out well before they needed to stop.
By the way, it's interesting that with no hope of capping that munitions in the north, the high munitions, he keeps decapping it, Kimbo, just to deprive Kusanagi of the raid tactics, the counter-attack tactics he's constantly using. And here the rear echelons are found yet again. But on this map, there's no real chance of capping it, to be honest, and he keeps decapping it anyway. MG's about to die, perhaps. Can the Stug save them?
In the drag walking in front of him.
We are losing a sector.
The last DPS takes out the machine gun.
Oh, he's still halted alt order elicited at the last moment. Don't know why he'd want to do that anyway. There he goes. Rifle nades is one of them.
He does nothing.
Yeah. I think Kusanagi's... Is he giving up?
Is this,
No, he's... Go on.
No. I was just wondering, is this the drop phase after he drops and you got to wait for the game to load?
It's certainly not looking that active. He does have the Stug firing on the cemetery gates at the moment. The M8's yet to get a kill, but he's made his presence felt at least.
Did do quite a bit of health damage to the Pioneers with the canister shot, but no kills there to its name.
Cheeky little move forward then retreat there, just to wait for the bundle lane to finish. That requires a bit of timing. Well, that's a Pack 40 and an M1. Find the Stug. Keep it at bay. Worst Stug of all time, I've got to say, because if he'd gone for anything else, he would have been way more in this game.
So, yeah, I think anything really. Panzer IV would have been better.
Ostwind.
I think Ostwind would definitely have been better given the huge infantry presence that Kimbo has. Brumbar, I still think, would have been probably the best choice there.
To his credit, though, he's still staying in the victory point situation. He keeps capping. If we look on the northwest of the map right now, he's up there with an MG. Just treading water, basically. And he's up against a shark at the moment, taking chunks out of him constantly. It's very difficult to tread water when you're missing your legs.
Especially when you lose a Vet 3 Grenadier as well on the retreat path on the right.
Yeah.
Panzer IV coming. A bit better late than never, I think.
Yeah, he'd rather have it than not have it. Not had it for a very long time. Panzer is getting brutalised. M8 pushes in for a cheeky shot. Has risen to 3 kills very recently.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Kimbo still surprisingly has the fewer victory points.
Excellent grammar there by Vector. As the Stug finally hits a vehicle. It's served its purpose for the Reich. Amazing. Panzer
Goes
IV
down
drives
though,
into the
and
hay bale.
It's not able to be recrewed either.
What went down, sorry?
The MG, or one of Kusanagi's MGs,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
was unable to be recrewed now.
The MG42 in the northwest saved the game pretty much for him. 95 victory points remaining for Kimbo, 167 for Kusanagi. Here comes that now Vet 2 Greyhound. He's going to be sprinting around like a Greyhound at this rate.
We could see a grenade on retreat.
Oh, good call.
Probably
Thank
not
you.
needed though.
No, he doesn't need it.
Nope, there we go. Get the vehicle crew on that ASAP. Although you may as well stick the airborne on it, because that cost us exactly as much to recrew then.
Oh, they both attack ground at max range and hit the exact same spot of turf. One A-10 tank goes forward. Panzer Ready is very looking dead. Somehow survive. And he's going to finish this off now, Kimbo. He's capping that southeastern victory point as well.
Second armor penetration for the Stug.
Oh, fantastic. It's actually gone past Vet 1. It's got a surprising 6 infantry kills.
It's the target weak point ability. Obviously, that's really going to be useful against the Greyhound. Panzer 4 goes down.
Loving the way you said really going to be useful as the Panzer 4 explodes.
Maybe it will. It's not looking good though.
It's like getting your pilot's license in 1945 Japan. It's really going to be useful for 3 days.
Like getting handed a pair of flying goggles by Emperor Hirohito.
Not your best 18th birthday present, is it? Quite sad, actually. Vehicle crew have capped the fuel. These guys have an illustrious battlefield record. Stug gets hit by the AT guns here. He's trying to take out the Greyhounds, but he's...
Could have stayed in there.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He's very dead. Here we go. A Fausto. Greyhound, jump out. Oh,
Rest in peace.
rest in pieces.
He served America well.
And Kimbo's deliberately letting his opponent capture victory points in a time-honoured tradition called trolling. But he has every right to, because he's damn good at this game and he's on this platform. Why not make the most of it?
We are suffering losses.
Oh, yep, something else died. It's probably on screen. My eyes go a little bit blurry after I realise the game's over.
Later.
I just let it wash over me and wait for the end.
Our lines of supply are disrupted. The enemy has killed a machine gun crew.
Oh yes, this MG just died. And that's it! It's gone quiet! Meaning Relic servers are deliberating right now. You think the game's over, eh? Maybe. It could be over. It could very much, but we don't know. Could it not be? I ask you the question, chat. Will playback finish? Is Kusanagi going to have the greatest comeback in Company of Heroes history? Or has it indeed ended? And we have now found a flying boulder. What does this boulder represent? What does it mean? Oh, it's only visible from one side, apparently. There it is. Oh, it's only visible from one side. What are its mysteries? What can it mean? Oh, Boulder of Crossroads, tell us your secrets. Tell us what you're here for. Company of Heroes 3 is a lie. It's going to be a mobile game. It's all of a marketing exercise. Boulder! How can you say this? Anyway, guys, there we go. I'm pretty sure it's over. I mean, it's got to be right.
I think the scorecards say this tell the whole story.
They must do. Right, we're gonna call it there, lads. Kimbo's through to the upper bracket final, and Major Kusanagi's going down to the lower bracket. Thank you very much for watching. In 30 minutes' time, we will be seeing Isilda versus Orange Pest in a battle that is definitely happening today. All right, guys. Catch you in 30 minutes. Thank you. Hi guys, we're back. I just told Isildur that this chat is live on air, so he relaunched Spaloons. They're picking their factions. They've just done their maps. I believe Vector understood the veto system to mean that game 1 and 2 will be on Nexus, followed by Mill Road, and then Famenville in game 5 if we get there. So yeah, it's all.
Stream.
What's that? Sorry.
Sorry, I had your stream. I was just listening to the techno.
Ah, you got double AE. Nobody wants double AE.
You do want double techno.
They do indeed. And do you want to push your mic a little bit closer to your mouth, just in case? Just angle it so it's more close to your mouth. That's away. Sorry, just angle it for me. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah. That'll pick you up. It sometimes doesn't pick you up. That's all.
Right. Okay. Maybe I just need to talk louder.
Possibly. But the mic being close to your mouth will certainly help. Anyway, so we've got have fun. We're ready. Isildur and Orange Pest are 5 minutes away. We're live on Twitch as we live and breathe. We've still got probably around 200-ish, 300-ish viewers. 310 still have stuck with us through the break. That's always good. Always good to have. It's going to be a best of 5. White Flash Reborn has missed his map, though. The previous one, I don't know what this is. Let me go over to it. The previous one, match 56, was all Crossroads. They ended up playing on Crossroads twice with the possibility of Nexus for game 5, so you missed that. Instead, we're going to be seeing Orange Pest and Isildur. They vetoed everything up to Nexus, meaning the last, I think they start on Nexus, then Mill Road, then Famenville. They were the last 2 to be vetoed.
So you've got your suit on properly now?
Oh, yeah.
Dressed for the occasion?
I have indeed. Only on that screen. That's the analysis screen.
Ah.
It's not painful, Sims. Being timed out is painful.
Classic.
They need to get on board with the cringe.
Do we need to get an observer party going?
Most likely.
Let's got 5 minutes to wait, don't we?
We do. It's not the maddest rush we've ever had. Guys, if you are subscribed to me, you should have access to 5 new emotes that are animated. We've got the AE revolving troll face, which I think is quite annoying, which is the idea. We've got the Major Winter's salute off Band of Brothers. You salute the rank, not the man. Indeed. What else have we got? I put some other ones in there. Oh, you've got the radar, which I'm particularly proud of.
You got the whole radar there.
Yeah.
Get the bottom of the radar as well.
Yeah. You got Ed Disco, which I think he found quite weird. And then which I think is replicated quite well. But there you go. Big shout out to anybody that's followed or subbed today. Vector will be receiving kebab money at some point. Do you plan on getting a kebab or beers, Vector?
I might get a beer. I'm sure. I don't really live near a. Well, I don't really live too near a kebab van.
It doesn't have to be a kebab. A kebab is a euphemism for any food, really.
I just get it on the chip, get it on the chiffy or something.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Language. It's like the 4th swear today, so I'm basically on my last legs here.
Practically speaking. I'm having Human Resources writing you up final warning. Yeah. Heinz Guderian, Big Hands super fan in the chat. Creative name there as well. He did a good... Throw up poll, man. What do you want the polls to be on, L Sims? Let's have a look. Fish and chips. It's just salt and vinegar. Mushy peas, gravy, curry sauce.
Curry sauce. You gotta have it.
Yeah, well, there's the poll, guys. We want to know what you have your fish and chips with. If you're not from the UK and you don't understand fish and chips, you can just talk to your soul and think what your soul would want if you were British. Let's get
Get a Silda's choice in here. Obviously, it's something to do with how good he is. So
Yeah, probably. Let's get. Oh yeah, that's true.
right,
Nobody's going for mushy peas.
you a mushy peas man.
I'm surprised. When Jan was here, he had mushy peas on his fish and chips, and he said it was like Karelian soup. The Finnish guy, Jan252, yeah, he thought it was like Karelian soup.
I don't know, not really a fan.
Can't blame you. They offer They offer babies, basically. It's babies' food, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's actually that's a good excuse to not have to eat them.
Very good point. Fortunately for yourself, you're no longer in primary school, so you're not forced to eat them anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this point, it's not going to help you now.
It doesn't really help.
Too
I could
late.
just say no, but
Exactly.
you know, maybe if I end up losing all of my moral fiber. For God's sake.
Right, the game has definitely started. We're just waiting to be able to find it in custom games. So I'm going to go on a mad. Alright, I have to get my eyes open for this. We all know this game. It's the game of looking with your eyes for the game. You have to find the game. It's a game of finding a game. Let's play it together, shall we? As we look to find the game. You start at the top. And you work your way to the bottom. You do not find the game, so you start again. And you work your way to the bottom.
Where's Wally? But with the game.
Most overrated
Oh,
person of all time.
That's Major Kusanagi's game.
I know, it's not helpful. There it is!
Oh, Orange Festival.
There's the game. Oh, yes. We've got the game, lads. And without further ado, let's start.